connecting the sexual energy, converting the sexual energy into the spiritual energy. That is Tantra. Actually speaking, it is the Amrita, the nectar, which is secreted within you when she rises up from Muladhara to your Sahasrara. Make sure that you choose a master who guides you to find yourself within yourself, leading you to the ultimate bliss, which is the Paramanandam, and that is the purpose of Tantra. Hari Om Shri Matre Namah. The question now arises in many minds is, what is Tantra? Is Tantra dangerous? Because there are so many people think that Tantra is dangerous, and many misconceptions about Sri Vidya. Why Sri Vidya is often connected with sexuality. Does Tantra really mean sex? Because in many people's mind, especially in the Western world, when we say Tantra, the mind immediately reflects on sexuality, sex, sexual intercourse, etc., etc. Why this? Is it really true? Is it a myth? Okay, so let's see. Right? Now, Tantra, the Sanskrit word, means the one, it's like a loom which binds you, which unites you. That is the meaning. So it extends and unites, like like a loom, how you spin and you loom a cloth, like that. So the words which are used in Tantra, say for example, the union, the male and the female union. So this word is often misinterpreted as sexual union. What's the connection there? Like, spiritual energy is directly connected with the sexual energy. So when the Kundalini rises up, the sexuality the feel is increased, but the Tantra really focuses on connecting the sexual energy, converting the sexual energy into the spiritual energy. That is Tantra. So, uniting yourself with you. That is Tantra. So the union here, say we normally say Lalitama, who is coiled in the coiled form at the Muladhara. She rises up through the spinal cord and reaches her partner in the Sahasrara, that is Shiva. Now, this is the process which has to happen within each individual. Maybe if it is have to be connected with sexuality, there are certain things, but it is not a must in Sri Vidya. So many people today are misusing this, and also the union, a guide, a guru has to say that the internal union within yourself is the ultimate bliss, and that is the aim of the Tantra. So it is not finding the union with a partner. So this I want to make very clear, like we do not advise that. So the word Maitunam sometimes are interpreted as the sexual unity between two people. It isn't. It is within you. That is why in all our scriptures we find that the divine masculine and the divine feminine are interlinked. And normally, say we have, for example, Kartikeya. He is depicted with two wives. So the actual meaning of that is the two wives are the two Idagala and Pingala, the nadis. and the Sushumna through which the vitality rises up. So in Srividya, we also have the practices of turning the sexual energy into a spiritual energy, which we teach as the Kriya. So here, everywhere, you will find this uniformity everywhere. So it isn't the union of a male and female, which is considered as Tantra. It is the union of the male energy in you and the female energy in you combining together to become one. See, even in the Sri Chakra worship, if you take the Samhara Krama, from outer Bhupura, you come inside, and when you reach the Bindu, you become one. Now in the Srishti Krama, the one Shiva becomes two. See, one becomes two, and then they start manifesting. Everything condenses into one, and that is the, whatever the name you call it, Shiva, Parameshwara, Paramatma, or whatever. The union with oneself. So this word, the union, is often misinterpreted. So the madhu, people literally take it as the wine, the madhu. But actually, say for example, in Lalita Sahasrara we have the Nama Varuni Madhavihvala. She is intoxicated with Varuni. Varuni is a liquor obtained from the dates. Okay, so actually speaking, it is the Amrita, the nectar, which is secreted within you when she rises up from Muladhara to your Sahasrara chakra. And the dripping of Amrita, when one is experiencing that bliss, that's the ultimate bliss. The word bliss means only that. So the union with yourself, that gives you the bliss, and you get intoxicated with that. That is why people who are highly spiritual, we always like to be united with her and feel the bliss within. So it doesn't mean that one needs to be intoxicated with wine. And similarly, the word yoni. So the yoni literally does not mean your sexual organ. Though we connect our sexual organ, that is where the Muladhara is. Because all the 14 major nadis of our body are connected with the Muladhara. Actually, that is the principle of the 14 triangles of the Sri Chakram. See, I am trying to relate everywhere Sri Chakram. So the Sri Chakram is not a mere geometry which is going to manifest for you. So the 14 triangles of the Sri Chakram are connected with the 14 nadis, which are in turn connected with the Muladhara chakra. The Muladhara chakra is at the base of your spinal cord. So it is close to the yoni, that is the genitals. But the word yoni doesn't actually mean the physical sexual organ. So the word yoni means where creation happens. Wherever creation happens, it's yoni. And see, the upper palate and above that, Lambikasthanam, it's called as the Indra yoni. Is it clear to you? So the Tantra is about connecting your physical yoni with your Indra yoni. So all the transformations are happening within yourself. Same with Linga also. So the Yoni and Linga do not represent the physical sexual organs, explicitly, and the union of the Linga, and it is happening within yourself. And also the serpent power. The serpent power is the Kundalini rise. So the rise of Kundalini happens from the Muladhara. So this is the Tantra. So Tantra means it gives you the union with yourself, and yourself is divine. The internal yourself, who is the Paramatma, the Parabrahma. So in Srividya tradition, we have mantras, and the usage of the mantra and is what you call as the Tantra. And we have the hand gestures, which are called as the mudra, So the mudras also actually connect with your nadis to give the liberation. Say, for example, you say Dhram, okay? Sarvasam Shobhini Mudra. So it means it is attacking your negativities, removing it. So every mudra has an inner significance, right? So the Tantra itself is so beautiful that one need not be worried about it. But make sure that you choose a master who guides you to find yourself within yourself, leading you to the ultimate bliss, which is the Paramanandam. And that is the purpose of Tantra. Okay? So, hope this has put some light on your thoughts. And, like we have breathing techniques, all this, it only helps you to attain your inner journey. So, no worries about Tantra. Sri Vidya is ultimate Vidya of Lalitama, getting the bliss and merger. And Skanda Upasana is also Tantra of attaining Lord Skanda. Let's travel the spiritual path together with the divine bliss. Let the world awaken to this wonderful science of Sanatana Dharma, and let's all enjoy the bliss. Sri Matre Namah.